What's going on, guys? HK Titan here with another Bloons video. And first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So in today's video, we're going to go ahead and jump back into our Alternate Bloons Rounds series. And I'm actually going to end up doing making a little bit of a change. And opposed to showing you guys how to beat all the chimps maps, which, yeah, of course they're going to be hard, instead of going all the way up to like intermediate, advanced, expert, I'm actually going to start all the way back at Monkey Meadow, and I'm going to show you guys how to beat the Alternate Bloons Rounds, the Unpoppable Rounds, and the half cash modes. And the reason why I want to do this is because, yeah, I can go through and show you guys how to beat chimps modes, and all of that is fine and dandy, but if you guys can't beat the Alternate Bloons Rounds or the Unpoppable Rounds, then how are you guys going to play chimps? So that video, or you guys would have no reason to watch that video. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to make a series of showing you guys how to basically walk through the entire thing, doing only the harder modes. Like the harder modes that I have planned on doing are the Alternate Bloons Rounds, Unpoppable, half cash, and if you guys need help with the double HP Moabs, I can show you guys too. But the double HP Moabs is actually a little bit of an easier mode, so if you guys do need help, I can revisit the maps and do the double HP Moabs. It all depends on what you guys want. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, doing this game mode, I'll probably end up doing a few fast forward parts, and I'll probably do it at like 2x speed or 4x speed, because there are going to be a little bit of times where we just basically save up money, and there's really no use in just having you guys sit around waiting for me to gather money, so I'll go ahead and speed things up a bit. Alright, so the first 3 towers that we're going to end up getting is we're going to end up getting 3 dart monkeys. Let's go ahead and start her up. And the only dart monkey that we're going to be upgrading is going to be this one right here. The first upgrade that we're going to end up getting is we're going to end up getting a long range darts, and then we're going to get enhanced eyesight as well. Alright, there we go. And then the next upgrade that we're going to get is we're going to get sharp shots, and then we're going to save up and get razor sharp shots as well. Now the first round to note is going to be round 10, because that's when we have our first lead balloon come through. So we have a plan for that. It's just we need to make it past these first few rounds in order to actually get to round 10. Alright, so basically what we're doing now is we're going to end up saving up to get a boomerang monkey. And we should be able to afford that here relatively short, in a relatively short time. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and place our boomerang monkey right there. Alright, let's go ahead and slow things down, because we're going to sell our 2 dart monkeys right here. We're going to end up buying red hot rangs for our boomerang monkey. Now we can speed things back up. And then the next tower that we're going to end up saving up for is we're going to save up to buy a ninja monkey. Because we're going to have a few big rounds of like camo balloons come, and we want to make sure that we can deal with those. Because unfortunately the dart monkey is just not going to be able to handle it by himself. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and place down our ninja monkey right here. Perfect. And then now we're going to save up and get ninja discipline, seeking shurikens. And before we make it to round 40, we're going to end up upgrading this guy to a 302. Right, so the main thing that we're focusing on right now is just upgrading our ninja monkey. Because we are going to have a few big rushes of camo balloons here in a few rounds. But we don't have to worry about them too much right now, because we have another tower that we're going to end up saving up for. But we won't need to worry about buying that tower until round 24. So again, make sure you're always paying attention to the rounds, especially when I'm doing these guides and stuff like that, because usually I'm trying to get certain towers on the field by certain rounds. Like right now, as soon as we can afford a mortar monkey, we're going to go ahead and place him right here. And he needs to be placed right there. There's a reason why I'm placing him in this exact position. Well, placing him here. That's because we're going to end up getting a monkey village and placing the monkey village right here as well. Now we can speed things back up. Remember, we need to pay attention for round 24 because round 24 is going to be the camo lead balloon round, and we want to make sure that we're able to pop that camo lead balloon. Alright, we're going to end up getting faster reload. Now, okay, it's round 24, so we're going to go ahead and sell our Dart Monkey and buy Signal Flare. Perfect. And that's exactly what we wanted to do. Okay, now we can start saving up to buy a double shot on our Ninja Monkey. So as soon as we can afford that, we're going to go ahead and buy that because we're going to get rushed with a couple rounds of camo balloons that we need to make sure we can take care of. There we go. Now that should help out our Boomerang Monkey. Now we can start working on our Boomerang Monkey. And then when we can afford Caltrops, then we're going to go ahead and buy those as well. But again, we want to add a little bit of popping power. We do have a Signal Flare now, so our Boomerang Monkey can help a little bit with the camo balloons because now our Mortar Monkey is giving him the ability to actually see them. Go. Alright, now we're going to save up to buy a Bionic Boomerang. There we go, perfect. Now we're also going to save and buy Rapid Reload. That way we can, our Mortar Monkey is helping us out a little bit more since he's not doing much right now. Right. Making sure that we have our Ninja Monkey all upgraded. Now we're saving up to get turbocharged for our Boomerang Monkey, and we need to have turbocharge on our Boomerang Monkey by round 40 because he's going to be the tower that's going to allow us to actually pop the Moab or the reinforced Moab on round 40. Because if we didn't have someone who could deal a lot of damage really fast, then unfortunately we just wouldn't be able to make it. These guys are doing a pretty decent job at popping these balloons. Again, it's going to be a little shaky just because we only have 3 towers on the field and our most upgraded tower is a 302. But again, we need to make sure that we follow this guideline, otherwise it really wouldn't work out too well. And again, this is a strategy that I came up with. There may be a couple of different ways to do it that may be a little bit better, but this is what I found worked best for me. Alright, now you'll notice that we do have an ability now. So actually we're going to slow things down just a little bit because we want to make sure we're paying attention for round 40. As soon as round 40 comes, we need to make sure that we're able to pop our Boomerang Monkey's ability. That way we can pop the reinforced Moab. There we go. And that's the whole reason why we got the Boomerang Monkey, is to deal with round 40. Now we can start getting another tower that's going to help us pop all these different balloons, and that's going to be a Wizard Monkey that we're going to upgrade to the 032. And he's basically going to help us deal with all these massive rushes of balloons that we're going to get that our current towers struggle with a little bit. Alright, and remember, if we do have these Moabs come, we can just go ahead and pop our Boomerang Monkey's ability. And that's really going to help us out when we're actually going to try and pop all these Moabs. That's why we went ahead and upgraded him to a tier 4, because he does a lot of damage really fast. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and save up to get a tack shooter. And this is actually going to be our main tower right here. We're going to go ahead and upgrade him to faster shooting, paying attention to his Moab. Let's go ahead and pop his ability. Perfect. And now that we have our tack shooter on the field, we have him upgraded to a tier 4. We're going to go ahead and start saving up to buy a Monkey Village, because we want these two to be able to help out with the camo balloons without the help or without the assistance of the Mortar Monkey. So now we're going to save up to get Radar Scanner. Because we can afford that, we're going to go ahead and buy it. Right, so we're doing extremely well. We haven't lost a single life, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Now we're not gonna get Monkey Intelligence Bureau. We're actually gonna go for primary training because we want to make sure that our Boomerang Monkey and our tack shooter are being buffed constantly. And with primary training, that's what you get. Right. So now we're gonna go ahead and get a second Ninja Monkey on the field, and we're gonna go for flash bombs now. That way we can stun a few of the balloons as they're passing through the tack shooter's radius, and we're able to help them out a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and activate our ability to help deal with these Moabs. Right. Now we're going to upgrade get Ninja Discipline and Sharp Shurikens so that we have a little bit more damage going. And if we need the Boomerang Monkey's ability, we can activate it, but we really don't need it right there. So I'm going to hold on to it just a little bit longer. Again, making sure that if we do need it, we can pop it, but I don't think we will. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, now we're going to save up to get sticky bombs on our Ninja Monkeys. That way we have a little bit more popping power. Alright. There we go. I accidentally clicked his ability there. I did not mean to click that, but it's no big deal. We'll be able to get it back here in a second. Alright. So we're going to want to slow things down just a little bit because we're going to go ahead and sell this Mortar Monkey, and we're going to end up replacing him with a different one. Place this here, upgrade to artillery, or we're going to end up upgrading it to artillery barrage, give him bigger blast and balloon buster. Alright. Now again, if we need it, we do have our Boomerang Monkey's ability. We're basically just saving up to get artillery barrage right now. That way we have a bunch of popping power directed right here at this center point, and we're able to do a lot of damage as the balloons are coming through. Alright, so we are doing perfectly fine right now. The next tower that we're going to save up for is we're going to end up buying another tack shooter and giving him the tier 4 upgrade as well. Alright, perfect. Keep in mind, if you guys do need to use the Boomerang Monkey's ability, you guys should have it on cooldown. So things get a little bit hairy at any point in time, and just remember you guys do have that to use. Right, perfect. And again, I'm doing this without a hero because I want to show you guys that you guys can do it with any towers. If you guys did want to use a hero, you guys can go ahead and use one. But I just want to make sure that you guys have basically a blank slate to work with. 663 is a extremely rough round because we have all of these massive groups of like camo balloons and ceramic balloons that come through. So that's why I went ahead and used our Boomerang Monkey's ability there to make sure that we could deal with those. Alright. Perfect. There we go. Now with this Mortar Monkey, you could go and upgrade him to a 042, and that'll give it a little bit more popping power. The only reason I chose to go with the 240 is because we already have a Wizard Monkey that's doing fire damage. That's the only reason why I chose to go this route. But what do we have? We have 7,000. So 11,000. We're almost there. So what I'm basically doing is I'm paying attention to when we're gonna have enough money to buy our tack zone. Because if we can get our tack zone on the field, the earlier the better. So right now we can sell him for almost 7,000, and then we can sell our Alright, so we should be able to afford it here in just a second. Because again, the tack zone is going to be our main tower that we want to make sure that we upgrade and buff the most. Now that we're here, we're going to go ahead and sell these 2 towers and go ahead and buy our tack zone. Now we're going to go ahead and save up to buy a alchemist, that way we can buff our tack zones, give him a little bit more, or make him a little bit stronger. And again, this setup was specifically designed just to get the tack shooter on the field. Now that we have him on the field, we are setting extremely good. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade into faster throwing. We're going to end up getting stronger stimulant. And then once we do that, then we can start working on getting some of our towers back on the field. There we go. Now we can work on getting another mortar monkey on the field, another ninja monkey, just to make sure that we can deal with all these different balloons. Alright. So instead, we're going to do a wizard monkey next, and we're basically going to upgrade him to, not arcane mastery, but arcane spike. That way we can deal with Moabs a lot easier, especially in these later rounds. But again, our main tower was the tack shooter, and we already have him on the field, so we're doing extremely well so far. Alright, there we go. Perfect. The tack shooter is a extremely good tower to use in these alternate Bloons rounds, because it can basically pop everything. Especially paired with the boomerang monkey, if there are any balloons that the tack shooter can't take care of, the boomerang monkey can take care of whatever's left. Right. Now the next upgrade we are getting, like I was saying, is going to be Arcane Spike, and that's just to help deal with all of these Moabs. I'm going to go ahead and activate our Boomerang Monkey's ability, just because there were a lot of BTDs there, and we want to make sure we can take care of them. Tack Shooter making easy work of that rush of balloons. Alright. Now we are setting extremely good so far. Now I said we were going to go ahead and have some speedy parts in this video, but we've been pretty much doing stuff non-stop, and when I initially played through it, I thought there was going to be like 20 rounds where I didn't do anything, but I switched things up just a little bit, that way we could make sure we didn't lose a single life, and it's working out like a charm. But of course we're pretty much active the entire time through. Alright, now since we have this, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves the flash bomb. Of course we're going to be able to afford that in just a second. That way we can do a little bit more. Looks like we're on our last round anyway, so we're not even going to be able to afford the sticky bomb. Let's go ahead and activate his ability. Oh, we are able to afford it. Never mind. Perfect. And this should be the last balloon. Awesome. So if you guys were struggling with beating Alternate Bloons Rounds on Monkey Meadows, that is the strategy for how you beat it, with no monkey knowledge, no double cash, and no hero. So basically you can take that strategy I just showed you and make it your own. If you have a hero that you like to use, yes, of course it would be a lot easier. Like if I put down Adora, I could have had a little bit of an easier time, because Adora can pop blood balloons, and she has an ability that can basically wipe the entire field of all balloons. But again, I wanted to make sure that if you guys were using Quincy, or if you guys wanted to use Gwendolyn, or Striker Jones, you guys could basically play whoever you wanted to, and you guys could do the same exact strategy I just showed you. And again, we did not use double cash, and of course, our monkey knowledge was turned off. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure you guys let me know what you think. If you guys want me to continue this series and showing you guys how to do alternate balloons rounds, impoppable, and half cash. And I can even revisit some chimps maps because I do know that the quality of my earlier videos when I was doing these chimps maps was a little bit subpar. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and of course I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe and also like. And of course I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one.